A religious cult in Nebraska called Fairness for Girls is attacking trans rights. First, I'm going to read this article, just a little bit of it, and then I'm going to talk about it. So stick around. First, be a doll and hit the like button. This news is from klin.com. It says a group called Fairness for Girls has launched a ballot initiative campaign seeking to amend the Nebraska Constitution to restrict participation in school sports based on a student's sex assigned at birth. Sex assigned at birth does not recognize current gender. That's what's wrong with this. These religious cult groups, this one's called Fairness for Girls. They're popping up all over the country. We have one here in Washington called Let's Go Washington. They use these really vague and inviting names like that. It almost seems like it would be the name of a Democrat group. So do not fall for these. These organizations are being funded by rich white supremacists, friends at DJT. So according to the proposed amendment language, schools would be required to designate athletic teams as male, female, or co-ed. Teams designated for females would not be open to male students. Okay, so right there in that sentence, they're being extremely dehumanizing and transphobic because they're saying trans females, they're referring to them as male students. They will not use the word transgender girl. Not only is that dehumanizing language, it's incorrect. The correct language would be teams for females would not be open to transgender females. But they're so transphobic, they can't even use the word transgender in this sentence. The point of this language is to convince people to agree with their cult values, which is that trans people shouldn't exist. We don't like them. We aren't going to acknowledge them as an equal, and we aren't going to use the proper terms for their gender because we don't believe in science, facts, or evidence. Next, we need to talk about the fairness issue. These rich assholes don't give a shit about fairness in girls' sports. They don't even respect female athletes. So what rules like this will do to girls' teams is toxic. First, you're discriminating against trans females. Second, do y'all know their plan to make sure there are no trans players on little girls' teams? They want to do genital checks on these little girls. And if you look trans to a white supremacist, you're up for attack too. These people are basic as fuck. They think every trans woman is tall. Every trans woman has short hair. Every trans woman is muscular. They obviously don't know many trans people because we come in all shapes and sizes, just like other human beings. And yes, Republicans, I said it. Trans people are human beings. These very same people are also wanting to remove the women's right to vote. If you've been married and changed your last name, you may have trouble voting this year with the SAVE Act. This would require voters to bring matching documentation, otherwise your vote will not be counted. This is an attempt to silence women's votes and trans people's votes in the same bill. Clearly, they don't care about fairness for girls or women. They're attempting to write trans people out of the Nebraska Constitution, and they will attempt this many, many times, because that's what these groups do. So if you're in Nebraska, be on the lookout for this. And please vote for candidates that support LGBT people instead of candidates who are only aiming to degrade other people's civil rights. Thank you guys for listening. Please like this, leave your comments, share this, and subscribe to stay updated on important news. I'll be back soon. Bye.